Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the BR77 mod, which is being made by user N7R. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is this lovely new weapon, which is based off of the battle rifle from the Halo franchise. And I've been having a whole lot of fun with this thing. It is a pretty wonderful weapon, though I have to admit, I don't think I'd be having as much fun with it if it was just a straight carbon copy from Halo. Don't get me wrong, I like Halo, and I like the battle rifle in it, but this version is, well, definitely a sort of Fallout take on it. Not a carbon copy, but a new variant, effectively, that I just very much enjoy. So let's take a look at what we do get with the standard form of the BR77 right here. And as you can see, it is a beautifully modeled and beautifully textured weapon with a whole lot of detail into it. I love just all the small little details on the thing. Stat-wise, it'll do 16 damage with 45 ammunition, firing rate of 18, range of 131, accuracy of 87, and a weight of 15.1, and it has a gigantic list of modifications we will look at here in a moment. Now, thanks to all those modifications, we can turn it into things like this. That's just a beast of a weapon with loads and loads of ammunition and even a stimpak thing that gives you more health. Or a, just gorgeous looking sniper rifle that this one definitely looks the most Halo of them all, but will do a pretty decent amount of damage, and well, we could up that to even more had I had the right skills to put into it. But that may then make you ask, how do you get this beautiful weapon? Well, there is a couple of different ways. The first and easiest of which is to go into this particular house here in Sanctuary, as right here on the kitchen table will be a standard form of this gun, as well as 2 boxes of ammunition, which, as you can see, each having 500 rounds, so you can have a lot of ammunition for it. So you can grab that, or wait till level 5. So you can either get a version, this particular version, right off the bat in the game, or yeah, just wait a couple of levels and you'll start seeing it on vendors and enemies around the Commonwealth. So let's take a look at the modifications we get for this, and oh boy, it's going to take a bit because there's a lot. So let's go into the standard gun here, and in receivers, your pretty typical set of stuff in here. Standard, hardened, and advanced, and different variants to do, well, affect different stats, the best of which being the Advanced Superior with the most damage at 50. This can then be, of course, further increased with some of the other modifications. Now in barrels, we have a short version 2, long, DMR, high caliber, and advanced, which will also up the damage. Always nice. Then in stock, we have a short, extended, light, folded light, ergo short, ergo long, and tactical, each one with a different look and feel, and of course, affecting different stats. Then in magazines, we have small, fast small, extended, extended fast, 99 capacity drum, or 120 capacity drum magazine, which is glorious. And then after that, we have these sights, where we have a variety of iron sights in here. Now, it comes equipped standard with the ACOG, but we have 4 different versions of the version 1 iron sight, and then 4 different versions of the version 2 iron sight. We then have a reflex, holographic, several ACOGs, several DMR, thermal, night vision scopes, a hostile target finder scope, and a VLO scope. Now, next after that, we have the ammo counter, which, right there, is beautiful. And I actually need to take a second to talk about this. That ammo counter is functional, provided you have installed the Fallout 4 script extender. But with that, it will actually make this a functional counter, so long as you have a standard magazine. It does not work with the drum magazines because it sort of starts at the 30 some odd and then goes down, but of course the drum magazines have 99 and 120. So it doesn't work so much there, but with a standard magazine it actually works very nicely, and you can change the color of this from light blue, red, green, blue, yellow, orange, pink, teal, and purple. And remember these colors because pretty much anytime we can change colors, it's this selection of colors. So yeah, there we go. Now, next after the ammo counter color, we have the suppressor, where we have a none, short, long, or advanced suppressor. After that, we then have the laser sight of either none one of them on there, but off. And then the standard different colors of red, blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, teal, pink, and purple. And if you want a thicker laser, well, you can get it in all of those same colors, just, you know, thicker, which I find amusing that we have a regular and thick laser, but there you go. It is actually kind of nice. And then after the laser sights, we have a sensor on the gun, where we can have it on there, or not on there rather, have it on the gun, but have it not functional, or have it on there and be functional. And what this will do, it will highlight any bodies on the ground that have stuff in them, which is very useful, of course, if you shoot someone, then have to shoot someone else and forget where the body of the last person was. It'll highlight it there, and then once you've looted everything from it, it won't be highlighted anymore. A very nice and handy component. We then have, after the sensor, the weapon proficiency display. And oh boy, I gotta talk about this real briefly here, then we'll talk more about it in a little bit. Basically, this gun has a fun feature which allows you to gain weapon proficiencies. The more you use the gun and the more people you kill with it, the more of them you unlock. But you can only ever have 4 of them attached to your gun. And with this display, it'll give you 4 lights showing you which proficiency you have attached to the gun, which is quite nice. You can see which ones are on this gun compared to another version you may have in your inventory. We'll talk more about the proficiencies though here in a moment. The next is the stimpak, which will give you an additional 25 points of health and pops a literal stimpak onto the side of the gun. We then have, after that, the damage modifier. Now, we've seen this in a lot of different mods, and I normally don't like it because it tends to be pretty cheaty to me, because they normally don't have requirements for it. This one, though, you have requirements. If you want to do 200% extra damage, you're going to need Commando 4 and Gun Nut 4, as well as the required materials. But you also have the option to decrease the amount of damage if you so desire. Want to make life difficult? Make the gun only do 4 damage. There you are. That is a possibility. So I really like how they do the damage modifier here. We then have those ability slots I was talking about, and like I said, you can only have 4 attached to the gun. Now right now I've only unlocked one of them, this field medic ability right here. And again, we'll talk about that in depth in a second. Next, we have the Camos, which are great. We have the base default, an alternative version, and then a number of different color schemes, which I will just scroll through here briefly. Pretty much, though, it matches those same colors we talked about earlier, from pink, purple, teal, etc. But, along with the abilities that you unlock, those different proficiencies, you also unlock Camos, and this is the only one I've unlocked so far, this Desert Worn. But as you unlock proficiencies, you also unlock Camos. Now then, after that, we have a combat knife you can slap onto the side, literally the side, which is kind of strange as that's going to be by your face, and it'll increase melee damage. After that, we have a strap that you can attach, which will increase the carry weight by 25, which is quite nice. We then have a nameplate, which you can put on the side to sort of customize your weapon a bit more. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. A whole lot of them, including a number of names of other modders and people who contributed to various mods and things like that, which is pretty cool. So nice nod to those people, as well as just a lot of other fun ones. Now, after the nameplate, we have a flashlight, which you can have none, have one attached that doesn't work, or have one that's attached and does work. We then have the barrel sights, which are really useful if you go with one of the iron sights on the top. You then get a secondary sight in the front in one of these various versions here. All very cool looking. After that, we have the reticule color, which you can change to one of those standard color schemes. And then after the reticule color, we have the glow color, which is the color of these knobs right here, where you can turn it off or have one of the standard colors from the color scheme. And then after the glow color, we have the firing mode, which is defaulted to burst, but you can go semi-automatic, automatic, semi-automatic rapid, rapid burst, and even automatic rapid, which will chew through ammo very quickly. And then after that, we have the ammo conversion, defaulted to 45 ammo, but you can change it to 10mm, 308, 38, or 5.56, each with varying amounts of damage. Then after that, we have the ammo modifier, where you can add additional damage of armor piercing, cryo, energy, incendiary, radiation, or shock to the gun, giving you even more impressive damages to deal. Then after that, we have that top rail up at, well, the top of the gun, where we can change its style to default, light, DMR, heavy, and advanced. And they also do affect the stats in different ways as well. And then we have the grip, which we have the default, the DMR Advanced Foregrip version 2, version 3 of the foregrip. And then finally we have the stability modulator, which you can either have or not have, and it will basically eliminate recoil from the gun, which is great. And that is all the modifications, and a perfect point for that particular song to end there. Now let's talk a bit more about those weapon abilities, or proficiencies, or whatever in the world they're called. Now I have on this version of the gun, I have that proficiency indicator, and as you can see, the only light on it, which if I meant to hit that to sort of show off, the one light that's lit up on it is that medical one for that medical ability that I have, which what this will do is it will slowly have me regain health, but only when I'm in combat. Now, like I said, there are a multitude of different proficiencies. Let me just scroll down on my other monitor here. So this one is the Field Medic perk, which will slowly heal you over time. There is also the Warlord perk to do more damage and take less damage. Scavenger, which increases carrier weight. Tactician, which gives you action points that regen quicker. Assassin, where it becomes harder for enemies to detect you. Brawler does more melee damage. Speedrunner, sprint, and jump higher. Sharpshooter has weapons are more stable, less recoil. Perfectionist has critical hits occur more often. Shock and Awe do more explosive damage from each bullet fired. Elemental Fire, where each bullet does elemental damage of radiation, shock, fire, etc. And Ordnance, where your reload speed is faster and mag capacity is raised. All of which are glorious things. Again, you can only ever have 4 of them on your gun at any given point in time, and how you get them is through killing things with the gun. And if we actually go into the Pip-Boy, I'm just going to switch to this one real quick before we do the shoot testing, you get a mission when you get this mod installed, Battle Rifle 77, which will tell you how many kills you need to do to get to the next level. So I killed 10, so I unlocked the Desert Worn Camo and the Medic level 1. Now, once I kill 25 things, I'll unlock the next Desert Camo, Unworn, and the Warlord level ability 1. And so you just keep on killing with the gun, and you get more things you can do with it, making you and your weapon more powerful. Now let's actually do some shooting with this thing, now that that's all been explained, and shoot with the standard weapon first, and watch that beautiful counter, because again, I love that with Fallout 4 Script Extender, we can make this happen. It's a functioning counter, and when you reload, it of course goes back up, and there you are, back at 36. Got the standard ACOG, a very good and useful sight for the weapon, and overall, just a good gun. And now let's switch over to my fun burst fire one here. I really should have made this one automatic, but still, I mean, even a burst fire with 120 rounds, well, it's useful. And as you can see, the counter is a little bit awkward because the counter only has 2 spaces. And you'll notice that it is kind of matching. I'm at 108 bullets and it says 8. Once you actually get down to, there we are, 2-digit numbers, it is functional again. But anything above 100 is a little wonky. But, you know, still a useful display, which is great. And that reflex sight there, very useful. Now, of course, with our last gun, the semi-automatic sniper variant, this one, as you can see, it's showing 35 when really I only have 25. So yeah, it's a little bit awkward sometimes with the different magazine sizes, but works well. And man, I really shouldn't have put that thermal scope on this thing. You really can't see in the daytime. Now that means it's time to actually test these things on actual opponents, so let's go over here to Will and Randy and take them down. First, of course, we'll take out Will here, which, oh, he's hard to see with the thermal scope on, and fire. Oh, didn't get a good shot on him. There we are. Yeah, take that. Will, got him. Took a bit. Couple of shots, but that's also partly due to me being awful. And let's move over to our, my lovely big gun here, and take out Randy with this one. This one should be pretty darn effective against him. Oh, he's sitting. I feel a bit bad about killing him now. No, I don't. Die, Randy. Go. Oh, God, I exploded both of his heads. Oh, that's disturbing. Yes, this is the BR77 mod, a beautiful weapon. I've been having a whole lot of fun with this thing. It does have a few issues, mainly with that ammo counter being a bit screwy, but between all of the amazing modifications you get, the weapon proficiencies that you get, it's just a great freaking gun. So if you'd like to check this out for yourself, which I would definitely recommend, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today. Oh yeah, there's that effect from the scanner thing. It's highlighting the body in blue because there's stuff to loot, but it is a bit glitchy. Another oddity with the weapon. But yes, that's going to be it for today. Hope you have enjoyed, and that you do come back for the next episode, when hopefully we'll be looking at another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!